What is up, everybody? It is Rinne-Hatake here, and today I'll be doing a what if, and that is what if Deku was a Saiyan, part 1. So this will be unscripted. I'll be reading a story that just came out of my head, and yeah, that'll be it. So this story, I'll give you a bit of a heads up on the story. The story will not play out like the normal My Hero Academia story. It will go off the Dragon Ball Z kind of timeline, and I will give the humans quirks. Yeah, they'll still have the quirks, but not every human has a quirk. But yeah, All Might's still gonna be in this thing. I guess I could add All Might into this thing. I might not add quirks just to make the storyline go a little smoother. You know what? Scratch all that. So let me just start from where Bardock was about to send Goku and Midoriya, and his name is still Izuku, was about to send Izuku to planet Earth. Bardock and Guinea's point of view. You better not die out there. As the two Saiyans in the pods were crying, and Deku, which we know as Izuku Midoriya, was still crying. He's still very young. Yeah, still a very young kid. He's still a baby. He's not even a toddler yet. While Goku is now a toddler, crying for his parents and hoping to see his brother. But as Bardock sent both of them off, there was a malfunction in the system of, Deku's space pod. There's a malfunction that sent him off course into a different reality. There's a space warp in time that sent him to a different universe. No Dragon Ball Z universe, but the My Hero Academia universe. He was sent through a time warp, or like a galaxy warp or something, that sent him down to a different Earth, where he landed near a forest where a couple was out on a picnic. And that couple was Rinko Midoriya and Hisashi Midoriya. They were out on a date or a picnic until they saw something crash into the forest. And Rinko and Hisashi decided to investigate. And what they saw was a space pod, and a little child with a tail. They were a little bit confused, but nowadays they had quirks, so they just questioned why the child was in the space pod, not why he had a tail. So yeah, no questioning. Izuku Midoriya still grows up to be a nice child. Like a few years, when he turns into a little toddler or turns into 4 years old, he still has the same friends, Bakugo and all that. But as Bakugo was playing around, he unlocked his explosion quirk like normal. And his explosion quirk was very cool to everyone. And he was getting praises, and everyone. He was getting praises, and a lot of praises from people. But one thing is, he started to grow a little bit of a god complex. Getting all this praise to him meant that he was the greatest, but in reality, he truly wasn't. So he started to get a bit of a god complex on things. So that's kind of how it went down. And they started picking on Deku, calling him a monkey brat, all that sort of thing. But Midoriya was never truly fazed by this. Oh, and by the way, his appearance Alright, the appearance of Midoriya is he will have black hair. Black hair in this timeline. His hair, well, he kind of looks like Goku's hairstyle. You know what? It's like Gohan's hairstyle. When he fought Cell, that's what it looked like. That's what his hairstyle looked like when he fought Cell. So that's what he initially looks like. And, as he fights, well, no, he's not fighting, but Bakugo starts picking on him, bullying him, teasing him for having a monkey tail, having a weak quirk. But unknown to Bakugo, Midoriya starts training every single day. Starts training in martial arts. He also learned kickboxing, karate, judo, and a lot of stuff. He also learned kung fu. Yeah, he's been studying martial arts. Excuse me for that. Martial arts for like 8 years of his life. He learns a different martial arts every year. Like, I know you should spend a lot of time in martial arts, but Izuku Midoriya is exceptional. He's a prodigy like no other. He's like a prodigy like his brother Goku. You know how Goku learns so fast with martial arts? Well, that's basically Izuku Midoriya. It only takes him a few years to master every single kung fu. Well, not kung fu, every single martial arts. 8 years in total. He's mastered every single martial arts there is. Some took less than others, but yeah, he's gotten a lot stronger, physically stronger, and he realized that he has this type of energy flowing through him, and he decided to call that energy Ki. And he started to learn some moves, recreate moves that he sees in his head, moves that he feels like are cool and strong. So he does Ki Blast, and he knows how to control them, like he does Ki control, controlling the Ki, so he makes it strong, super strong, or weak, or very weak, so he doesn't kill anybody. And he also learns how to infuse Ki into his fist. So Ki is kind of like chakra, but very different, very, very different from chakra. But I'm saying that he can use Ki and put it into his fist, so he can have extra power into them. You know, if Ki can be put through swords, I assume they can also be transferred into your fist to increase the blows even further. So that's how it's going so far. And to be honest with you, there's a truck going by, but to be totally honest with you, he is broken, very, very broken right now. He's about when Goku faced Piccolo. Yeah, when Goku faced Piccolo, when he's older, like when Goku's older in the martial arts tournament and he fought Piccolo. That's how strong he is so far. He recreated something called the Kamehameha, but the pseudo version of it. It's like a bit weaker than the Kamehameha wave, but it can also be stronger if he improves it. So yeah, creating new moves is what he does. To be honest, he's gotten very, very strong, and it's like the final year of middle school, and it's the last day. So the teacher walks into class and announces that that he's gonna hand out some aptitude tests, but he all knows that they want to be heroes, throwing the papers into the air while everyone goes wild and starts screaming and yelling and using their quirks, while two people stay calm about it. And those two people are Midoriya and Bakugo. Bakugo stands up and says, These people from this school aren't going anywhere. They aren't making it to be a pro hero like I am, I'll be the number one and richest hero ever. I bet you these guys would just be sidekicks to some D-lister. And everyone feared Bakugo. They couldn't really talk back to him or else they'd get beat up. So that's how it went. And Midoriya did not really accept that, to be honest. And the teachers are saying who is going to which school, and the teacher announces that 2 people are going to UA. Our very own Katsuki Bakugo. Everyone in class starts whispering and saying that Bakugo can actually make it. He has a very good quirk. And then, until they say Izuku Midoriya, everyone in the class burst out laughing, saying, "You can't make it, your quirk is monkey tail." They start laughing out loud, and Bakugo slams an explosion onto his desk, saying, "Deku, you can't make it, you stupid monkey. All you could do is climb on trees and start eating bananas," and everyone starts laughing at that joke. And Midoriya just doesn't take it personally and says, "Bakugo, you won't know until I try, right?" Bakugo got enraged and sat down because he didn't want to get in trouble by the teacher. And at the end of the day, Midoriya has this notebook and he's writing stuff about his new moves and things. And Bakugo snatched the book from his hand and said, "You're a stupid nerd, what's this?" Starts looking through this stuff. And he said, "What the hell are you writing in this book, stupid nerd?" And tries to explode the book. But Midoriya grabs the book in light speed. And Bakugo is shocked, seeing that Deku took the book from his hand without him noticing. And Bakugo throws an explosion at Midoriya while he's turned around. But Deku goes and sweeps his leg and sweeps him from his legs. And Bakugo falls on his back, coughing out a little bit since he hit the bottom of the table, the legs of the table, pretty hard since he tripped and he got swept and he landed and hit his head on the legs. So yeah. And Midoriya said, "Bakugo, if you try to pick on someone who you don't even know is stronger than you, then I suggest you don't even try to pick a fight. You always underestimate your opponents, which is why you will lose every match you take." Somewhat was true, but somewhat wasn't really true. But Deku still walked out, and Bakugo's minions didn't do anything. They couldn't stop him. If Bakugo was beaten, then they couldn't do anything. So the 10-month training, guys, 10 months training arc, Deku found a beach to train on, and he starts doing some rapid training, cleaning the beach, walking with his hands, handstands for like 100-meter handstand dash, like basically running with his hands. Does the normal Saitama 100 sit-ups, 100 push-ups, 100 squats, and a 10-kilometer run kind of training regimen. He also cleans up the beach, and it only took him like 2 months to clean the beach due to his ordinary strength. And you're probably wondering why he hasn't transformed into his Orozu form. I'm sorry if I butchered that, but yeah, his like grade 8 form. And it's because his parents always take him to sleep at early times, so he does not get to look at the moon. He just sleeps instantly, not disobeying his parents. That's why. But Midoriya sees that his his tail has a weakness. It's tugged on. Then he becomes weaker, so he trains that and focuses on his tail, making it not a weakness anymore. And he senses a very strong power. well, I assume they can sense the strong power within the tail. I'm not even sure if that's true, but I'm gonna say it is in the story. He can sense the great power that can come from his tail, but it's missing something, like a key to opening a great power. And Midoriya realizes that he hasn't seen the moon yet, so he stays up till about when the moon shows up, which is not a good thing. He went to an abandoned area just in case something went wrong, and he looked at the moon and his eyes turned red. His body begins to grow, and his face begins to turn into that of the great ape. His body begins to be covered by fur. He begins getting bigger and bigger until he reaches the max height of the great ape and releases a roar that can be heard through the city far away. And he starts using mouth beams, mouth blast everywhere, setting things to destruction, destroying things. The villains could hear this too, also the heroes. And I apologize for the noise here at the back, but that's the family, so yeah, my bad if you hear any of that. But the great ape starts rampaging everywhere. Midoriya in his consciousness is trying to control it, and he saw heroes coming in and charging at him, and villains had spies and were watching this great monster, and all for one saw this great beast and its power and decided it can be used for evil. They gotta recruit whoever this is, because that power is incredible, he thought. And yeah, the villains are watching. Heroes are like trying to stop it from destroying anything any further. And Midoriya realizes he needs to focus his energy on his tail. He begins to focus to control his like emotions and stuff. And he begins to control the power of the great ape. He controls it, and he begins to see things now, not getting blinded by rage. He controls the power of the great ape now, feeling that his power has increased exponentially, and he gives out a massive roar. And he doesn't realize that the moon, well, he does realize that the moon transformed him, but he doesn't know how to transform back. And the heroes kept attacking, and All Might came in and he said, "Texas Smash!" And Midoriya blocked the hit, going back a little bit, going back like one step, and then Midoriya grabs All Might, doesn't hurt him, puts him on the ground, and roars. All Might was confused, thinking that this was a villain trying to attack, but why didn't the villain hurt him? He had him in a perfect position to crush him, but he didn't. Midoriya releases a roar, another roar, releasing a mouth beam, celebrating that he can control it. But he knows that he can't stay here for long. So he decides that it is time to try to de-transform. So he starts he sat there. He just sat and waited till morning. He sat there, waited till morning, so he can transform back into himself. He started walking. The heroes thought he was gonna attack the city, so they started to stop him, trying to stop him. They sent Cementos to use the cement to try and block him, but Midoriya's sheer power broke through it and went over to the city. They sent Mount Lady there to try and stop him, but Midoriya just dodged all of her attacks and grabbed her by the leg, or sweeped her leg, and she fell. He grabbed her leg and threw her over threw her a little back, or just dragged her away and threw her far so she couldn't bother him. And he was walking and went to Degama Beach. He didn't enter the city. He just went through a few areas and went to Degama Beach. And as the day was rising, he began to shrink and turn back into his human form, his normal Saiyan form, and he saw his clothes were shredded, and he brought spare clothes just in case. And yeah, he realized that that's his power, and he thought maybe he can have something to replicate the moon, and he found a way. He used the exact same thing that Vegeta used to transform into the great ape, and he knew what it was. Sorry for the background noises again. He knew what it was, and it's the replicated moon, and that's basically Deku's training, improving his ki control, making the pseudo Kamehameha even stronger, making new moves, and yeah. Bakugo's training, he did train a little harder, getting a little. He's at least like season 3 Bakugo level at this point, since he was trained. He trained himself even harder because Deku was getting stronger, so he didn't want to lose to him. That's why. And yeah, that's it. That's basically it for the 10-month training arc. Oh, my bad. I apologize. I apologize for that. And we continue. Midoriya enters UA, and as President Mike explains everything, Ida interrupts, as a regular, and then they finish the test. They did the test. Midoriya scores a 90% on the test, a 90. He's got a few questions wrong, but besides that, that's it. And he enters the practical, and as the gates were a little bit open, he just jumps high over the fence and starts to fly, and starts using ki blast on all the robots. And he learned the thing that Broly did when he, in the movie, when he's like using the ki blast everywhere. Yeah, that's basically what he did. He's using the charging up stance. You know how they charge up ki, and explodes with ki blast everywhere. That's basically it. And he destroys like tons of robots, and in 5 minutes he's already racked up 130 points. In 10 minutes racked up 130 points, and he decided he's gonna chill and let other people get robots, so he just stops and lies down on a roof and pops in some music, listens to a good beat, and just lying down there, and until he hears a great rumble and hearing a cry for help from Uraraka, and it was a massive robot. It's the 0-pointer. Midoriya saw this, and he did find a way. He found someone like Bulma to create the Saiyan armor kind of clothing for him. So he's wearing the Goku gi right now, but it's extendable, so it's very stretchy. Yeah, that's basically it. It's a replication of the Saiyan armor that can stretch to the same height as the Urazu, or the Great Ape. I keep butchering that name, bro. I'm sorry for butchering the name of the Great Ape. Sorry, I just keep butchering it. But he creates the artificial moon that everyone in the teacher's spectating area, saw and was surprised and saw it as like a replication of the moon. And Midoriya stares into that thing and turns into the Great Ape, roaring and showing its presence to everyone, making itself known. And this wasn't broadcast, so no one else knows except the heroes and the students. And they saw that Great Ape and started running away. People in the other part of the exam saw the Great Ape. And no, I don't think they would have seen it. I'm pretty sure they would have taken different times for that practical. So yeah. No, I don't think so, but still, it don't matter. They saw the great ape, and the great ape was at least the same size as the 0-pointer, or a little bigger, 50 meters, I assume. And he blasted with a massive blast and destroying the head. And he sees rubble falling on the girl. And he just catches all that rubble, throws it off, and flicks a little bit of the rubble off her, and just picks her up with his palm as he kicks the robot, sending it down to the ground, unleashing a massive roar. And yeah, Izuku Midoriya made himself known, and the All Might was about to step in, thinking that this was very dangerous. But he saw that he can control it. He put Uraraka down on top of a building and stopped the artificial moon. He turned back to his normal size, and he flew up to Uraraka, picked her up bridal style, and took her to Recovery Girl. And Midoriya was about to head home, but the principal Nezu came in saying, very impressive. We would like to accept you into UA early because we see your talent. You're very intelligent, very strong, and we'd like you to train under All Might himself. And we'll even set up a dorm system for you so you can stay here at UA where we can watch you. Nezu, in his voice, sounded, he didn't trust Midoriya very much because he saw his power. He saw the first time he transformed. Well, he saw the Great Ape for the first time. Seeing that it was a bit more rampant, and they didn't want him to go wild like that. Midoriya said to him, Principal Nezu, I see that you have a little bit of fear, or you don't trust me enough. That's why you're giving me this opportunity. And Nezu said, you caught on very fast. That power of yours is very dangerous. Oh, whoa. The noise, man, the noise. Yo, the noise, bro. The noise level's pretty high right now. Sorry, I apologize for that. But continue. So far, Nezu doesn't trust him, and Nezu says that your power is very wild and rampant. We don't want to have another outburst like that. You almost destroyed that whole area. You're lucky it was deserted. Midoriya said that he was just testing his theory, testing out if his theory that there was hidden power that he could possess was actually there, and his theory was a success. He learned to control it that first time. And Nezu still wasn't buying it and said, just accept this offer. Midoriya didn't really care and thought this was just another growing opportunity. And yeah, he's got a few Zenkai boost due to the bullying and stuff as well, and his harsh training, so he got a few Zenkai boost, making him extra strong. And now we're gonna check his power level. His power level is about let's see. His power level is when Goku fought. No, Goku fought Raditz. I don't know if I'd say he would be. Yeah, I'd say he's about same strong. Yeah, he's about the same strong as 100% full cowling. Yeah, I'd say he's about that strong. I don't know if I can compare that to Goku though, because I think that the martial arts Goku could be stronger. Could be wrong, so I'm gonna add a little boost to the 100% full cowling. If 100% full cowling and Kaioken times 2. That's how strong he is right now with all his training and all his Zenkai boost. He has a theory that hurting himself increases his power. So, yeah, he's been not doing anything harmful. Alright, nothing harmful like that. No, just training, okay? Training. He's done a lot of training that hurt him and increased his power. Zenkai boost. That's basically it. And he went to UA, got his stuff, got his dorms sorted out. And the thing that happened was he started to train with All Might, getting even more Zenkai boost due to the fact that All Might's still very strong. 100% full Kalu times Kaioken times 2 would clap All Might. Yeah, definitely, but he's holding back. And he also has weights to slow him down, so yeah, that's kind of how he's going all out, but it's not, his speed isn't fast enough. So he can't catch All Might. He's just getting stronger every time. He's getting wailed on by All Might. His training was lasted for 3 days, and he increased his power enormously, improving more of his kick control. It's to the extent he's improved it so far. I could give him Kaioken, but he can't have Kaioken. He's not allowed to have Kaioken. He doesn't have anyone to teach it to him anyway. He doesn't have King Kai in this universe, so no increased power-ups. He's gotten stronger, and he's developed a little something. Yeah, he developed a little something here, and it's a pseudo Kaioken version. He's developed it in the 3 days. It's basically a pseudo version of it. And you can't increase your power like Kaioken. You can increase it, but you can't do the times 2, times 3. It's just it's a times 2 increase, but you can't increase the times 10. It's just gonna stay that way forever, I guess. It's an aura around Deku. It's a reddish aura still. It's just a pseudo version of the Kaioken. It only stays times 2. He's learned how to control that power, and it's pretty easy since it's not the Kaioken. He still has mental strain, but he's learned how to not deal with the mental strain, like the physical strain as well. He's learned how to control that and lessen the effects. Pretty strong in the 3 days. Prodigy, remember, he's a prodigy like Goku with martial arts, so yeah. So I think I'll leave it off. Wait, no, I'm gonna leave it off. I'll continue. I'll stop it near here. So first day happens at UA. People walk in. Midoriya walks in, and Bakugo is surprised to see him there and yells, "Deku, you monkey! How the hell did you get into UA?" And Midoriya says, "I made it into UA because I made it into UA. I passed the entrance exam." And Bakugo still ain't buying it. He said, "You probably cheated. There's no way you could have passed that. You're basically worthless. You just have a monkey tail." And Bakugo starts laughing, and people in this class also started laughing a little bit, but some people started, like the tailman dude, I can't remember his name. That guy, he's impressed with Midoriya, not having the same tail that he has, but still making it into UA. He must have been confused training, he thought. And Ida told Bakugo to knock it off and stuff. And Midoriya told him it's fine. So yeah, Bakugo still got the god complex. And Izawa comes in and says, "Shut up, it took you 8 seconds to be quiet." So my apologies. Be quiet. Now put these on and meet me outside. And Uraraka states that What about orientation? And I'm gonna change what Aizawa said, and this time he said, what about expulsion? And she shut up real quick. After that statement, everyone just went to the changing rooms. And Midori was ripped, as very ripped, very, very ripped, even more ripped than Canon. And Kirishima comments this saying, "Bro, you're so ripped. What did you do?" And the Midori states that he's just doing training. And Kirishima said, "Bro, you gotta show me what you've been doing." And Midoriya says, "Yeah, he'll tell him. He'll tell him." And Mineta, just to try to peeping thing. And Midoriya just kicks him out. He just kicks him in the gut, and Mineta almost passes out. Midoriya didn't use ki, he was just holding back along. He almost passed out. After that one kick, he was like, ouch. Why would you do that? That hurt. And he was crying. He was crying because he got hit right in the gut, and he got winded after that. He could barely walk, let alone stand. So they went outside, and Aizawa said that, "Alright, the person who got the most points, who got the first place in this exam, please come forward." And Bakugo, thinking it's him, starts to walk, and the door just walks past him with no expression and comes in. And Aizawa looks at Bakugo saying, "What do you think you're doing?" And Bakugo just stands there speechless, thinking he got first. And the grunts. Holds his fist tightly, clenching it, saying and mumbling, "How did that stupid monkey make it? Beat me in the entrance exam." And as I said to Midori, Deku, just throw the ball as far as you can. Use your quirk too. Midoriya grabs the ball, uses his pseudo version Kaioken, and I'm gonna call it Kaioken because that's just a dope name. He just says Kaioken, increasing his power by ×2, and ditches the ball so far, it's like all the way to Hosu City, not even further. He sent it into orbit. And that thing is long gone. He hit that thing all the way into orbit, and that thing is gone. Sorry if I butchered your ears or destroyed your ears with that whistle. My apologies. He sent that thing flying. That's all you need to know. He also pulls the Saitama on every single thing: high jump, shot put, long jump, the running race, 50-meter dash, claps, even Ida, moving at light speeds. And at the punch machine, he totally wrecks that thing. He pulled a full-on Saitama on these kids, and these kids were tired. So tired. The grip strength, he clapped that too. He clapped basically everything, and he was the winner. Number 1, Bakugo. Number 2, Todoroki. Number 3, and the rest is what you guys think. It's basically the same as canon, except Midori coming first. That's basically it. That's the only difference. And the next day it was the heroes versus villains, and that was a wrap. I'll be ending it at the heroes versus villain part. Hope you liked it. Please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, all that. And if you choose not to subscribe, it's fine. You can always unsubscribe if you're subscribed. It's your choice. So but I would really appreciate it if you do. So bye.